Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, we have some friends that joined us this morning. New friends. Oh. Okay. Oh, your parents. Okay, welcome.
My friend Heather.
Hi. Okay. I'm Sharon. I'll be your MC once again this morning, and welcome to Makawao Dharma Family Service. Is the mic on? Okay. Please stand if you're able, and let us begin the service by singing Vandana Tisarana both in Pali and English.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Buddhassa.
Thank you. Please be seated. We'll now sing the Gasha with the meaning, which will be shown in the screen. This will be followed by quiet meditation.
Namo Amida Butsu. I recite Amida's name with deep joy and gratitude. I gasho with Amida, trees and grasses and flowers all grow in great compassion. This light shines throughout the world. I gasho with Amida. Flowers bloom and flowers fall. From the seeds sprout new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. I gasho with Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds. Their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nembutsu. I gasho with Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. I gasho with Amida. When I'm lonely, I recite Namo Amida Butsu. Then I feel great compassion. I gasho with Amida. Nembutsu in work and play. Every day with Amida. Every remember the golden chain, kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. I gasho with Amida in the clear bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night. I gasho with Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. I gasho with Amida.
Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Sit up straight, align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, you feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation.
We encourage everyone, both here in person and at home, joining us by live stream, to offer incense as an expression of gratitude. Mahalo and thank you. Let us all recite the golden chain of love together. Let us begin. I am a link in the Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all lower than myself. I will try to think pure and good thoughts, to say pure and good words, and to do pure and good deeds. Knowing that what I do now depends not only on my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in the Buddha's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Today we mark a very special occasion, baby's first visit to the temple, which is called shosan-shiki.
Shosan.
Oh, sorry. In Hokkanji tradition, and also known as Hatsumari in Japan. Sorry. Okay. All right.
Okay. I used to have cheeks like that. I used to have like there. So the Sangha of the Makawao Honganji Buddhist Temple welcomes Hope Akiko Fukushima as our newest temple baby. And we promise to always treat her with aloha. Oops, just lost the script there. Okay. It never fails. If you don't print out the script, the iPad fails. So we promise to always treat her with aloha and kindness and understanding. We also recognize that indeed it takes a village to raise a baby. It takes a village, it takes ohana to raise, our keiki. And so we promise to you to be the kind uncles and aunties who will always watch over her, try to guide her, and always play with her as much as possible. So we would like to, let's see here. Okay. And the temple, so would like to first present Hope with her first nenju, her first meditation, mindfulness beads, which reminds us of Amita's kindness and gratitude beyond words, Namo Amita, who is always with us. Yes, and she's eating Dad's nenju, that's perfectly acceptable. Actually, when I was growing up, that would be unacceptable. Okay, so this is yours. Go. And also to present her with her first shikisho, which is, this is actually the children's size one. So this is a representation of the kesa that priests wear. And if you've seen me in the ceremonial robes, I wear the really big one with the strap that goes over this way. If you've seen Buddhist monks, you've seen them with the robes over the tight of the left shoulder. In some countries, the right shoulder is bared. Anyway, this is a symbolic version of it. And it represents, it identifies you as a member of the temple, as a follower of the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and also that you like to eat stuff, so you must be like teething or something.
Oh, yes.
But it's okay, it's okay. Okay, let me see if I can get this script back up. But anyway, if the three of you will turn and to face the altar of Amida, and let's put our hands together in Gasho, as best you can. And repeat after me. Namo Kie Butsu. I take refuge in the Buddha. Refuge in the Buddha. Namo Kie Ho. I take refuge in the Dharma. Namo kie so. I take refuge in the Sangha.
Namo kie so. I take refuge in the Sangha.
Namo Amidas. Namo Amidas. Thank you. Now please turn and face the audience. And for everyone here, please welcome our newest temple baby, Hope, Akiko, Fukushima, and mother and father, Serena. And also Grandma, Grandpa on the back, thanks for coming. And then Heather, also joining us this morning as a family friend. So, there we go. Yay! Thank you. Thanks for coming. So it took a while. When was the last time that we had a temple baby? Right? If you think about it, it used to be a big deal. We would do this a lot, but nowadays I have to look it up. What am I supposed to say for this thing? And then for Mitch, there's also an adult version, which is kind of the same thing, but it again would be welcome you to the Sangha. So if you want to do that, we can practice for that one too. Let's see if I can't read this without seeing the script. That's not going to be good. Let's see if yours is working. Very good. And now it's children's Dharma story time. And today's story is Home in a Lunchbox by Cherry Mo. So I'd like to mention that this book actually doesn't have a lot of words and it's a lot of pictures, which may be hard to see, so I'm going to tell you what the pictures say. So on the left is Hong Kong, and on the right is a moving truck in a residential neighborhood in the US. This book is dedicated for my amazing parents, from CN. Home in a Lunchbox by Cherry Mo. Monday. Hello. Hello? What's your name? The girl looks at the writing on the palm of her hand. Thank you? On the bus, the girl looks out the window at houses and remembers sitting on her father's shoulders watching fireworks over the Hong Kong skyline. Let's get to know you. So she's filling out a questionnaire. The first question is, what's your favorite color? She looks at her hand and writes, I don't know. What is your favorite subject? She looks at her hand and goes and writes, I don't know. At lunchtime, the girl opens her lunchbox. As she is reminded of home, eating favorite foods with family and friends. At home after her first day at a new school. Tuesday. On the bus, the girl is drawing a picture of her old home in Hong Kong. At school, she can't understand anything anyone says. She raises her hand, she checks the notes on the palm of her hand, and says, toilet? And everyone laughs at her. At home after school. On Wednesday, I pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge. But the girl was happy eating her lunch. On Thursday, she still can't understand what people are saying. But when she opens her lunchbox, she feels happy. And on Friday, on the playground, she's all alone because she doesn't understand what people are saying. But she opens her lunchbox and she's happy. On Monday, everything, again, she cannot understand anything that anyone is saying. Everyone's having fun at lunchtime, but she's by herself, happy with her lunchbox. And the redheaded girl says, "Hello, that looks good." And the boy with the curly hair offers her a slice of pizza. Yum! Mmm. Thank you. They look at the name tag on the lunchbox. Thank you, June. Rose. Juan. Daniel. Thank you, Rose, Juan, and Danielle. That day, after school, the little girl welcomes her friends into her home, and her mother is serving snacks, tea and snacks. So what are the words on June's hand? Hello. In Cantonese, it's ne hao. Thank you. It's written as jie, but conversation you say dojie. Actually, I should ask Bobby for the pronunciations. I can do Mandarin, but not Cantonese. I don't know, it's written as bujidao, but it's pronounced slightly different in Cantonese. Jibo. You're welcome. It's written as ba hak he, but conversationally it's pronounced hak he. Okay, don't listen to me. I don't know how to pronounce Cantonese. But the book also has a very nice description of what was in June's lunchbox. And the family's framing the picture she made. The one on the left is Hong Kong skyline. It says, the kanji says house or home. And the one on the right is the picture of her house, and it says in English, home. Home may not be so far away after all. The end. So I picked this book because I love the story. I think everyone can relate to being the new kid at school. But then I didn't realize that it was basically visual. And so I could be up here like just flipping slides and nothing's happening. So I decided to read it, but it's a good story. So Berkeley, what did you think of that story?
Oh, hey, thanks for asking, Sensei. I thought that was really cool. Hey, look, it's my buddy, Hope. Hey, hi, Hope, how you doing? Oh, you're eating, that's okay. That's okay. So anyway, yeah, they're talking about food. You ever think about it? That's kind of like what happens here in Hawaii, don't you think? Because everybody's got eaten everybody else's food and says, I've never seen that, but it sure looks good. Can I try some? Oh, that's good. Let's have some more of that. That's, oh no. Okay.
That's right, because then sometimes someone might say, Nishima. I'm from modern Tokyo, and I'm going, what's Nishima? So anyway, it's one of those things.
Yeah, well, that's what I like to eat, chicken katsu, and I like to eat the kalua pig, kalua pork, and the cabbage, and chow fun. That's right. Yes, Uncle Ray makes the best chow fun up country. Makes the best chow fun up country.
So anyway, I just wanted to make the point that it's through food and sharing food that we create community. And so you can see that I didn't write the full script up for this part. So remember, let's see, we got Hope and we got Dawson. So remember, be good.
But not too much.
But not too much.
Okay, well, we're stopped there. But not too much. Just as an aside, during the garage sale, I got asked like 5 times, are the dolls on the podium for sale? And I said, no, I need those for Sundays. But the cute ones are up here. Okay. So now let's have a Dharma talk for the adults. So aloha kakahiaka, good morning. Today I'd like to explore this Buddhist ideal of right view, which is basically seeing reality, learning to see reality as it is, not reality as my ego wants it to be. So 2,500 years ago, historical Buddha Gautama Buddha, he taught right view as the first of the Eightfold Noble Path of the Eightfold Noble Path, more accurately, is the Eightfold Path of the Noble Ones. This is the path of discipline, followed by monks who are just pursuing nirvana single-handedly. Nirvana is the extinguishing of tanha, or thirst. It's this craving, this self-centered desire, which the Buddha identified as the key reason why we're not happy. And so when you do this, when you realize nirvana, you extinguish the flames of this insatiable thirst, and you awaken to reality as it is. You become a Buddha. You become an awakened being. So that's right. Number one, nirvana is not a place where you go. It's actually a state of being. It's the action of extinguishing ego-centered desires and cravings. It's also a band, a grunge band from Seattle, I think is what it was. So let's get into this. So again, right view is the first of the Eightfold Path. So if you really want to become a Buddha in this body, in this life, you have to learn to see things as they are. So Jodo Shinshu, the Honganji teachings, right views is we are brought by Amida. So Amida forces us to wake up to see things as they really are, to see reality as it is. So unfiltered by our self-centered ego attachments. And again, the Buddha taught that it's our attachment to ego that causes dukkha, that causes dissatisfaction, discontent, and unhappiness in our lives. So through Amida, through Namo Amida Butsu, we're brought to experience aspects of Amida, kindness and gratitude beyond words, in our daily lives. But first, we have to figure out what is right view. What does that mean? It's easier to look at the reverse, right? So incorrect view, or not right view. So born into human form, right? Born into human body, we have 5 sense organs. So what are the 5 sense organs? What do you say? Eyes, ears, nose, with tongue for taste, and then skin for touch. Right? Amazing, right? It's absolutely amazing what our eyes can do. But we know there's limitations. Can we see infrared light? Can we see X-rays? Can we taste gravity? No, we can't touch, see, or we can't actually perceive anything, but we know it's real, or we assume it's real. Right, because we're only human, we can only experience reality through our 5 senses. It can only be processed by our brain, which is quite amazing. But again, the Buddha taught that everything is constantly changing. Right? Our brain judges things based on education, experience, things that have happened. Our 5 senses. It's like, I'm sorry, what did you say? Increasingly, I'm having trouble catching what people say. And increasingly it's like, oh, that's right, I got, what day is today? You get mental confusion as you get older. I can't remember things, can't remember people's faces. Everything starts hurting all at once, but anyway, different story. So if you're going to put this on a t-shirt, right, the Buddha's insight is that born human, we live our lives as saying, it's about me, right? Capital M, capital E, my ego. It's about me, it's about me. Right? And again, because we're only human, right, we can only perceive the world this way, from a self-centered perspective, because it's about me, through the 5 senses and through our human brain. And again, this becomes a very self-centered, very ego self-centered view of the world, and a set of expectations. We expect the world to be the way I want it to be. And the Buddha taught that this is an incorrect view of how things are. So this is not reality as it is, but rather how we think it is, how we want it to be. So we instinctively always telling myself, right, the world revolves around Carrie, it's about me. I should get everything I want. I deserve the best. I'm entitled to everything. Oh, who cares about those other people? Me first, me first. I mean, we hope as we grow up, we kind of grow out of this sort of thing, but you look around the world today, and a lot of conflict, a lot of friction between people that we see is based on that. I'm right, you're wrong. They're wrong, I'm right. It's not my fault. So the reality, as we all know, right, you can't always get what you want. The Buddha. The Buddha never said that. That was Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, the Rolling Stones, 1969. A great album if you don't have it. So what happens, right? I mean, we all know this. What happens when I can't get what I want? Right? I'm not happy. I get dissatisfied. You know, unhappy comes. I get angry. I start hating other people. I start raging against these other crazy people. All the problems in my life are because of these crazy people. And it leads to violence. It leads to war. So this is the all too human, incorrect view of reality as it is. It causes dukkha. Right? So again, another t-shirt, dukkha happens. Right? If you're born human, life comes with dissatisfaction, discontent, unhappiness, unpleasantness. And this was translated as suffering. So many people say, oh, you're Buddhist. Well, you believe that life is suffering. It is a very common, but it's incorrect translation of dukkha. So if you think, oh, all of you Buddhists think life is suffering, oh, that's so negative. I mean, people actually say this. But that's not what the Buddha actually taught. The Buddha taught that all things arising from causes and conditions are constantly changing. Nothing stays the same. You know, and that we experience dukkha because of this attachment to self. I think I'm real. And yet, we can prove I'm constantly changing. The way I perceive the world is the only correct way to perceive the world. And yet, we can prove, right, that my eyesight is failing, my ears are not so good anymore, my brain is slowing down. Right? We know this to be true, and yet we keep deluding ourselves. So the Buddha's fundamental insight is human life, by definition, is filled with dukkha. Dukkha happens. If you're born human, that's the thing. You know, so dissatisfaction, discontent, unhappiness, unpleasantness, or suffering, because we insist reality should be the way I want it to be, not the way reality is. And so that's why we're never satisfied, no matter how much money we have. It's not enough, I want more. No matter how many things we possess, get a big house, I want a bigger house. You know, or how many successes we achieve. You get a college degree, you get a master's degree, you get a PhD. You make $1 bazillion. You're president of the temple. You're director of Buddhist education. But it's never enough because we always want more. This is the human condition. So the right view then, as taught by the Buddha, is learning to perceive and understand and act upon reality as it is. So in simple terms, again, a t-shirt, it's not about me. First you have to realize, oh, the world is not about me. It's not about me, then how should I live my life? I live it like Hope does. You know, she doesn't care what the sensei says, you know? But you think about it, right? This is why right view, seeing things as they are, seeing the world as it is the first starting point for many people on the Eightfold Path. So as human beings, we want to believe. We really want to believe that we understand, we accept, and integrate this truth of non-self, this truth that I'm always changing too, into our thoughts, words, and actions. We'd all like to believe that we actually do live life. It's not about me. Not about me. But is that reality as it is, or reality as my ego wants it to be? So you can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. The Buddha never said that. That's the continuation of Mick Jagger and Keith Richards' line from that song. You think about it, right? You can't always get what you want. Okay, accept that. But sometimes you get what you need. So, right, how do you go about cultivating right view? Right? If you're human, you're bogged down with the 5 human sense organs and the human brain. How can you learn to perceive reality as it is, but you're only human? So this is the great paradox. So the question, right, how do we go from it's about me to it's not about me? Sounds easy, it's hard to do. And the answer, of course, in the Honganji is always Namu Amida Butsu. So my experience, I'll share my personal experience. The path of Nembutsu is marked by these moments of, I get it, yes, I understand. The truth of the Buddha Dharma becomes crystal clear. I get it. But immediately, this is followed by my ego self kicking in and going, and then it takes over my thoughts and words and actions. I get a big head. I think I'm enlightened or something. And it becomes very obvious through my thoughts and words and actions that I'm not. I don't get it. I get it. Oh, I don't get it. I get it. I just not want me to. Oh. So this is the path of Nembutsu in my experience. This is endless cycle of I get it, immediately followed by I don't get it. Obviously, I don't get it. So the most famous example, which I love to share this one. Right? Embraced by Namo Amida Butsu, I vowed never to complain. Thinking thus, again, I complain. The wisdom of Haru Matsuda, who lived from 1892 to 1974 in Kona, Hawaii. So this is a translation into English of the original poem, which was a haiku written in Japanese. And she's known, Haru Matsuda is known for a very simple and yet extraordinarily profound understanding of the Nembutsu experience. Right? So her realizations, I am embraced by Amida's great compassion. Whoa, yes! And the ego kicks in. That's why I vow I will never complain again. But reality as it is, as soon as she thinks this, boom, she complains again. But the thing is, she sees herself doing this. I'm embraced by Amida Buddha. I'm never going to complain again. Yes, I will be better than other people. I'll never complain. And immediately starts complaining. But she sees herself doing this. She sees herself doing this. And this is the Nembutsu experience. It's like, the light of wisdom is showing me how stupid I am. So despite my education, despite, I get to wear the robes and stuff, I keep doing this. I mean, I understand. I try to teach the truth as taught by the Buddha. And yet, in my thoughts and words and actions, I keep going, I really don't get it. So a lot of Buddhists have this thing on their head, which is always hitting their head. Shinran Shonin, the founder of Jodo Shinshu, he gets his own scroll on the right side of the altar. I am such that I do not know right and wrong, and cannot distinguish false and true. I lack even small love and small compassion, and yet, for fame and profit, enjoy teaching others. The words of Shinran Shonin. This is actually the conclusion to the hymns of the Dharma ages, which you can find in collected works of Shinran. So this hymn is written quite late in his life, after he's written his masterwork, the Kenjo do Shinjitsu Kyogyo Shinsho Mondui, or the Kyogyo Shinsho. So his doctrinal masterpiece, he's written this. He's established himself as a religious leader. Even after they were exiled, he starts leading this movement. And yet he sees himself and he laments that he's bummed out, that he's motivated only by egocentric pursuit of fame and fortune. And this is a great passage to give to ministers. If you ever get a new minister coming to your temple, give them this one. Don't get a big head. Why? Think about this. If you think you're going to get rich and famous being a Honganji minister, bad decision. You've made a mistake. You're not going to get rich and famous doing this. And yet, do we really see ourselves this way? So this is the most accomplished religious, spiritual leader in our tradition. And he sees himself saying, oh my goodness, right? He doesn't even have small compassion. So Amida's compassion is huge, infinite, immeasurable. But he looks at himself and goes, I don't even have small compassion. I have no compassion. And you find lots of examples of this kind of self-awareness in Shinran's writings. So he describes Shinjin as the diamond-like faith. So it's the hardest substance. You can't break a diamond. It can't be broken, but in the next passage, he'll lament his human weaknesses. So, for example, this one, which is from Gutoku's Hymns of Lament and Reflection. Each of us in outward bearing makes a show of being wise, good, and dedicated. But so great are our greed, anger, perversity, and deceit that we are filled with all forms of malice and cunning. the words of Shinran Shonin. So obviously, Shinran's including himself in this insight into human behavior and psychology. So we all make a show of being wise and good and dedicated. But this is reality that my ego wants. I want people to see me as being this wise, teacher of the Dharma or something. But actually, inside, I have all this anger, I have malice and cunning. I'm always trying to calculate the angles of things. Because fundamentally, I'm greedy, I'm angry, and I'm deluding myself. And that's why. So we want to believe that we're good, but reality as it is, actually we're not that good. And yet we continue to delude ourselves, to convince ourselves that we're actually something that we're not. So that's not to say that self-improvement is not possible or that it's not a good thing to try to improve aspects of the way you interact with people. No, not at all. There's no judgment like that. But rather just saying that this level of self-delusion is the human condition. Even if you read the books, read the really thick books, and you say, I get it, I understand. Yes, now I will modify my behavior and become a saint. And as soon as you think that way, well, back to square one. You're starting over from egocentric area. And just keep repeating that. What a frustrating proposition, right? They come to church, learn all this stuff, learn to chant, learn these things, and you keep, I get it. Oh, no, actually, I don't get it. I get it. Actually, I don't get it. But eventually you realize that the reason why you can see yourself doing this is because you are embraced by the Buddha. But our ego kicks in and says, I'll never complain again. And then I start complaining. So thank you to Haramatsuda for that. And again, so Shinran says, through great love, which is Amida's directing of virtue for going forth, we attain great compassion, which is Amida's directing of virtue for our return. If not for the Buddha's directing of virtue, how could we realize enlightenment in the pure land? So Shinran, he recognizes that on his own, he'll never be able to achieve birth into the pure land. But Namo Amidabutsu, this path of Nenbutsu, this repeated experience of I get it, I don't get it, I get it, I don't get it, this mindfulness of Amida working in our lives, this kindness and gratitude, it's beyond words. It embraces this. It embraces him, just as he is. Imperfect Shinran. But he'll never, Amida will never abandon him. So warts and all, his birth into the pure land is assured, and that's why we live not only. So the path of Nenbutsu is really quite ironic. You never actually arrive at the pure land. You never get there. You never get to the pure land in this unrepeatable way. As long as you're in a human body and you're still alive, you're not going to the pure land. So what are you supposed to do, right? If you never actually get there, what's the point? You learn to truly appreciate the journey itself. We're walking this path. It has many ups and downs. It has joys and sorrows. And it has these moments of insight into your true self. One's own reality. And then reality as it is. And you see kindness and gratitude beyond words. You start experiencing Namo Amida Butsu, Amida Buddha, as being a real force, a real presence in your life. And then, in the light of wisdom, again, you see yourself just as you are. Self-centered, ego-driven, just an ordinary human being, nothing exceptional. And you find that because of that, you are embraced, just as you are, by Amida's great love and great compassion. Not that. And remember, just remember, when you feel that way, when you have that, I get it, that's when your ego's going to kick in again, and you do something silly, stupid, and you realize, I don't get it. Repeat, 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 repeat. And eventually, you begin to understand. So thank you very much for listening, and may your day be filled with love. That's right, this concluding slide was, the journey is the reward. And this is attributed to Steve Jobs in one of his commencement speeches. Okay. Back to you, Sharon.
Okay, thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma message this morning, and let us Do the Metta Sutra. Okay. And the words will be found on the screen.
May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha.
Reverend will now lead us in the gratitude meditation.
So once again, let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Then sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway, so you're looking both outwardly and inwardly. And just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you are grateful. And as you breathe out, just say mahalo. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Mamanda, it's Mamanda, it's Mamanda, it's Mamanda.
Please rise if you're able, and we'll sing Ondo Busan, followed by the Nembutsu.
Through great love, which is Amida's directing of virtue for our going forward, we attain great compassion, which is Amida's directing of virtue for our return. If not for the Buddha's directing of virtue, how could we realize enlightenment in the pure heart? The words of Shinran Shoni, which you can find in the hymns of the Dharma pages. This is verse 52. Collected works of Shinran, volume 1, page 411. We did that already.
Okay, thank you very much for joining our Dharma Family Service today. And may your day be filled with aloha. We have announcements?
Had a few, I think.
A few.
So it's July already next week, right? So we'll have the first Sunday.
Oh,
Is that right?
yeah,
July 6th.
July 6th, yeah.
Okay.
But the 20th is cleanup.
Oh, okay. That's right, huh?
And with that, the 25th and the 26th for, hold on.
Okay, yeah, I got that slide in there. And then the 27th, no service. Okay, so, sorry. So we'll have a first Sunday service, and then a regular Dharma family service. And I can't see the slides anymore. So, and then two weeks off, sorry. You can tell that my brain is like still on Lanai somewhere. Okay, anyway, I can't see the slides anymore. So what's the next one? Probably bone dance.
Like, yeah.
And don't forget the one, which is the 25th and the 26th. And again, the times are slightly different. Service will start at 5, food sales start at 6, and the bone dance starts at 7. So get out your dancing slippers. July something was the next bone dance practice.
July 8th.
Gotta make notes of these things. Don't forget to make the slides on the same day that you take the notes. Okay, any other announcements?
Oh. Well, just one.
Okay.
For the Makawao Town Party.
That's right.
Yes, for the Makawao Town Party on Thursday, July 3rd, Baldwin Avenue will be closed, probably about the middle of the afternoon for the block party. And then we will be offering parking here, $5 per vehicle at the town. Thank you.
Yeah, and because this is the block party in town, this is like the most convenient place for people to park. So we do tend to get more cars coming in on the town party night. So if you'd like to volunteer to help us direct traffic and stuff, please come out. And we'll try to make it as fun as possible.
Maybe a potluck.
And do a potluck, yeah. And if, hey, worst case scenario, the minute stops right there. So.
May I ask what time you're talking about?
Yeah, it's like the,
I mean, for volunteering.
so I think from about 4 or 5 in the
Yeah, something
afternoon.
like that.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you know specifically, but about 4, about 5. Something.
The 3rd, right?
Correct.
Yes, July 3rd. So this coming Thursday. Right, so this Thursday. Yeah. If you haven't been to one of the Makawao town parties, they're actually kind of fun. They close off the street and there's all kinds of stuff going on.
And food sales, yeah?
Yeah, they do food and all kinds of stuff. So it's a great chance to actually get out in the community and, you know, just kind of check things out. So. Okay, so any other announcements? If not, thank you very much and we'll see you up in the social hall. Very good, that should do it. Thank you. So Jean, you're sitting by a speaker. Can you hear and see the minister's mic okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we get very little feedback up here and it's like we're not sure if we're speaking loud enough, which could be part of the problem.
Or it could just be the way the
Yeah, I also set it up a little bit differently so that it's not, so that it needs to be more like reverb, right? So I took that off finally. So it's a little bit more straight sound.